Hello, Maurieo. How to use Excel. Tic-tac-toe 1, basic. Hi. In this series of videos, I'm going to take a look at the ubiquitous, everyone knows it, board game tic-tac-toe, also known as noughts and crosses. I'm just going to create a basic version of the game that will leave lots of room for improvement. So the intention is that once we've got a game that's operational, then students can use the skills that they've gained so far to create improvements and to make it bigger and better and faster and, more exciting. If you can make tic-tac-toe more exciting. So let's just go to the big screen here. And first of all, just have a look at what we have, one that I have got. So this is the a basic one that I've got here, tic-tac-toe. In this case here, player O is winning. So I'm just going to start. So the first thing we need to do is to just clear the board and I haven't got a clear contents. So straight away there you can see that there's probably a need for a button to clear the contents. There's probably a need for some instructions out here and things like that. So these are the improvements that we can look at as we go along. So here's the basic board here, and what we do is we put in an X in here, like so. Now that's a lowercase x. I'd like to just put an uppercase X in there, so I should turn my caps lock on, and then X, a nice big X in there, and then X is going to win this game, I can tell you that now. 0 in there. I'm going to put an X. Oops, I put a C in there. So only an X or O is acceptable. So I've got a thing called data validation operating there, so you can only put an X or an O in there. So I'll just put an X in there. Okay, and that's very good. You can't, I had intended to have the sheet protected so that you could only enter in these. So sheet protection needs to be added. That's another improvement. O can have a turn here, as you can see, and then here I'm going to put an X over here, and player X is the winner. And you can see there that there's a wee bit of a problem there. There should be a little space in that, in between there and there. So as I said, there's some. This is just a basic one here that we can build on. So straight away, I've identified a couple of things. It would be nice if perhaps this came up in a different color. We can have different backgrounds and things like that. So anyway, we've got this one working in there like that. Right click, clear the contents, and then we can have another game. You'll also notice that it's got these little things in here so that you can actually choose an X or an O. This is part of the data validation. That could possibly be improved on as well. It's probably not necessary to have that there like that, but we can, and player X wins, and this one's set up okay, so there's some reasons there. Okay, so let's just drop that one out of the picture there like that, and I'm going to just open perhaps a new version of the Excel here, this one here, oops, and like so, and we're going to start from scratch with the Excel version here. I'm just going to drop this version here over to my second screen, so I can use it for reference, have a look at it, and what have you. So yeah, now let's get started. there. As I just have a little sip of my cup of tea that I have here while I'm working away. So the first thing I wanted to do was to just set up some heights of the cells. And so one of the best ways of setting up height, well, a way of setting up heights is to go to page layout. And when we go to page layout, the heights are shown in centimeters. So we can just select everything here, and let's go home, format, and I'll go with a row height of, oh, that's not what I wanted, cancel. So that should be view, page layout view is what we want, which is that one there, and then we'll select them all, then at home and format the row height, and I'm just going to go with 2 centimeters, and I'm going to format the column width, and I'm going to put that at 2 centimeters. So that gives me my 2 centimeters squared there. You can then go back to view normal if you want, and there it all is there. The only problem is you get the little dotted page line down there. So I'm going to just start my little board in here like that. So that's going to be my tic-tac-toe board there. You could make bigger squares if you wanted to, by all means, and that'll give you a bigger game board. But for me, that's fine there. And so I'm just going to go home, and I'm just going to go format cells, border, and I'll have quite a thick border, and I'll do the outline and the inside, and there's my little tic-tac-toe cells there. Now I'm going to probably insert a row here, insert row, and I'm going to make that row there format row height. I'll probably need to go back to cancel. I'll go just put some smaller rows around the outside of these. So I'm going to go back to view page layout like that, and I'm going to home and just make that format row height there of 1 centimeter. Okay, and then I'm going to make this one here format column width 1 there, format then here as well, format row height 1. So this will just put 1 centimeter squares around everything. Format row height 1, enter. And there's other ways of doing this. Format column width 1, enter. So that's just put those little cells around here, and in here that's going to be where my winner, the little winner thing goes in there. So I'm just going to go home, merge and center that one there, and format cells, put a border around that, which will just be the outline one actually, like that. So that's where the winner thing will go, and then up in here I can just merge and center, and I'm going to type in there in capital letters tic-tac-toe. Oops, that didn't go according to plan. Tic-tac-toe, there like that. That's probably want to go, I want to make that maybe about 28, perhaps bold, and I'll put that in there like that, and then I want to make it go in the middle, and in the middle, oh, tic-tac-toe, perhaps 28's too big, so we'll drop it down to 24. So there it is there, tic-tac-toe. That's all set up like that. I think that's probably all we're going to need. So yeah, I'm going to go there with view. All right, view, and I'll just go to normal now. So that's it there. Could maybe possibly make it a little bit bigger down here, just a bit easier to work with. All right, so now we're going to start looking at how we're going to make this work. Now, what we need to do is look at how many ways are there of winning. So you can have all X's or O's in that one there. I'm just getting over on my second sheet here. I'm just getting oops. I'm having a bit of a mare here actually. Over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna looking at my second sheet, and I'm just going to home format hide unhide columns. So just get them all there, and I'm just looking at what I did previously. Not very exciting. Unhide the rows. Okay. So in here, for instance, there's a way of winning. If that's all O's or all X's, that's one way of winning. There's another way of winning here and here and here, these columns, and then this diagonal through here and this diagonal through here. So there's 8 ways of winning. So what we need to do is in each of these cells here, we're going to put a formula that tells us whether there's a winner. And just up in here, just up in these 2 columns here, what I'm going to do there is just going to put an X in there. So this is the X. Put an X in there and an O in there. And these will become used later on. So those there are going to be in the middle like that, and I've got them as a nice I want nice big black X's and things, so it's quite clear that's the sort of style I'm going for. So I'm going for Arial black there, and I'll go for a 36 probably. Looks good there like that. Now those won't be seen up there, as you'll be aware from my other things here. So what we do down in here is we put a formula up in there, and I'm just checking across with my previous ones that I've done there to get things right, just to make sure that I get it right. So what we've got in there is we're going to put an if statement in there, so that's equals, and it says if brackets this cell here, which is C4, or we can just click in there like that, C4, if that equals this cell here, D4, like so, but we need to have an AND in there as well. So it's an if AND statement. So if, because the if statement, if AND, so if C4 equals D4 and comma D4 equals E4, okay, like that, comma, that means that if all of those are equal, that's fine. However, there is another situation where they're all blank, which would make them all equal, and we want to exclude that. So that's where we use the OR statement, which is OR, and that is OR, and that is C4 equals this here, this one here, so if it's equal to an X, and that's just an F4 because it always refers to that, comma, C4, which is that one there, equals this one here. Again, I'm pushing F4 to put the dollar signs in. That will exclude the all blank situation. Bracket, comma. We want it to say yes. So if they're all equal, it'll say yes. Otherwise, it will say no, or an N for no, and then we close that there like that. So if that equals that equals that, and it's, or it equals one of these here, we can say yes. But if that's not true, it'll say no. So let's see how that's gone. N. So let's put that in there. Let's put that in the middle. I like just lining things up. So that means no. So at the moment, it's blank and it's saying no. So let's see if we put an X in there, an X in there, and an X in there. It says yes. So that's what we want. So let's put that into the middle, and let's go with the Arial black, Arial black there like so, and we'll make it all about 36. That's looking good. So that's got it working that for that one there. Let's just see if we change these to zeros, 0, or noughts or 0. Yes, that's working. So yes, that's a winner. And then we can clear that out. Clear the contents. Okay. All right. So now what we need to do is to copy that formula down into these other 8 positions. So I'm just going to go Control C, and I'm just going to put the formula in there. Control V, and then I'm going to edit them. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So there's some, oops, I don't know what's happening there. Control C, a little bit of hit, Control V, Control V. So let's see what we've got. So here, let's just click in here. That's all good. That's pretty much what we want, I think. So I'll just roll up to the top here a little bit. Yep, that's all good. And this one here, that's all good. All right. So now let's have a look at this one here. No, that's not so good. So what we want there is, well, we'll go with C4 here. So that'll be C4, and then we want that to equal D5. Yep, that's all good. And then that'll be D5, and that one there will be E6. So that's, oh, is that working? Let's just see. So that should, oh, that's in the wrong, that should be over here. What's happening there? So that one there, oh, why is it referring to C7? Oh, okay, yes, that should be C4 at the start there. So that should be a 4, and that should be a 4. Okay, so that's that one all working now, I'm pretty sure. And then we could have a look at this one here. and what have we got there? If and, so we want to maybe start with C6 here. That's gone real haywire, that one. C6 equals D5, like so, D5, and then we'll change this here to D5, and then that one to E4, E4, and then we're going to change this here, which was C6. Oops, went too far. C6 there, and C6 there. Make sure you're in there when you push enter. So that seems to be working good. Okay, yep, that's all working. So now we've just got these ones here to work with. So that one's going to be, might be easier to copy these. So this one's going to start with C4 here, C4, and that's going to equal C5, and then that's going to be C5, and that's going to be C6, and then this one here is going to be C4, and this one here is going to be C4, and then if we so that's working. Okay, yep, that looks okay. Now these ones here, that's all over this. Okay, so what we need to do here is Control C, is to copy that one into there and there. Now let's just see how this one works. Yes, I think that's working okay. I'll just go to the top here. Yeah, that's working okay, and I'm pretty sure that's working okay. So that's got our everything set up at this stage, and yep, it's all good. So let's just see how things work. So let's put an X in here, an X in here, and an X in here. Yeah, and that's coming up as a yes. Let's delete. Let's put an X in there. Now we need to get this formatting for these here. So they all need to be middle, and Arial black 36. 36 Arial black. Now why isn't that going into those? I don't know why there's not Arial black 36. Okay, so if we put an X in there, okay, yes, that's diagonal there is working. Let's put a 0 in here, a 0, a 0 in there. If we put a 0 in, it won't work. So if we put all zeros in, that's probably a good test. They should all come up yes, like that. 0, 0, and 0. So that's all working. And then if we put X's in all of them, X, 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 they're all working. So that's I'm pretty happy with that we've got everything working at this stage. So we now have a clear contents. So we now have a basic noughts and crosses going. So let's have a quick game. 0x, put the naught there, put the x over here, and we put the 0 in there, and we have a winner through there at this stage. So I think that's enough for this video, and that will enable us to move on to the next one. So let's just have a quick look at these formula. Just you can see how that goes. So if these are all equal, or it equals one of these, and or so that the situation where they're all blank is catered for. So there's no Control Z. I just wanted to clear the contents, not everything. Clear the contents. So leave the format there. So yeah, I think that's enough. So let's just go back here. So I think that's enough for this video, just to get the thing up and running. Don't forget to save your file, save as, and browse to where you want to save it. I've got mine on my 128 drive. Which is here in the integrated pathways under Excel. That's my trial one, so I'm going to call this TIC TAC video. I'll just go to the big screen and show what I did there. So yeah, I've just saved it there as a .xlsx, and just going to push save. So that's it, and we'll see you on the other side for the next video, where we start to get the video to tell us, or the thing to tell us, who the winner is. Cheers, see you.